love, I'm in love. Then you get married. We shouldn't just rush into marriage because I'm in love. You're in love of what? If I want you enter into marriage, it is no more love. Love, no, it play like 20%. All the other things are.
A successful woman in ministry doesn't necessarily scare the husband, but then the ripple effects thereof. Sometimes success gets into their head. They come home and they feel big.
Welcome to Ec12one TV. Today on Let's Talk, in case you didn't see our flyers about, we are going to talk about online job opportunities. So if you're at home and you're unemployed or you want to earn extra cash, this is the show for you to listen to. Send in your views, your comments, anything you want to do. We are live on Facebook. Just share, do watch parties with your friends. This is the kind of thing that they need to hear so that they will know that if you are folding your arms waiting for somebody to employ you, you can start something on your own. My guest today, I have two guests, one on our virtual line, and the other one is here with us in the studios. So we will let the one in the studio present himself, and then we would let our virtual guest also introduce himself. Welcome, Mauto.
Yes, thank you.
So who is Mauto? Can you explain to us, tell us about yourself and who are you, what you do?
Okay, so my full name actually is Stephen Mauto Donko, but I just prefer to be called Mauto because most of the time people say I don't look aware and all, so I decided to insist I become Mauto and all. First and foremost, I have a startup, so I co-founded a startup called Steve Doc. I'm also a youth IGF coordinator. So in the youth IGF coordinator, which is just the Internet Governance Forum. Okay. So in the Internet Governance Forums, what we as youth stand in for the other youth is to be able to educate the youth that since we are actually the majority in the world as much, we need to make our voice heard. Yes. Yeah. So in policy decisions, we try to actually encourage the youth to actually be able to take part in policy decisions.
Wow, that's an amazing thing to do.
Yeah.
So youth IGF is youth what?
So it's Ghana Youth IGF.
Ghana Youth
yes.
IGF.
So the IGF is just Internet Governance Forum.
So Internet Governance Forum.
Yes.
So today we are so blessed that we have two well-resourced people in this field. Online jobs. Is it a blessing for us in this season, or is it a curse? I know some people who are very skeptical when it comes to online jobs. So we'll let the second guest introduce himself. Sir Kobe.
Hi, hello.
Please, can you introduce yourself?
My name is...
I'm
Kobna Ochopianin. I'm a digital marketing professional, and I have a digital marketing agency, a remote digital marketing agency. Yeah, basically that's it.
Okay, that's very good. So that is Sir Kobe. We know him as Sir Kobe in the online jobs field, and he's doing amazingly well, and he will tell us what he does. Sir Kobe, please tell us what you do. You said it, but you didn't break it down for us.
Okay, so I do two different things. My startup or my agency helps companies make money online, and I have a coaching program that helps individuals also work online, sort of make money online, work from home, and do all sort of legal things that will help them make money online.
Okay, so when it comes to online jobs, what are some of the opportunities there?
Well, there are several opportunities out there in terms of the internet when you look at the online space. I can't pinpoint to say that these are the opportunities out there, but what is happening is that based on the experience you have, based on the skill set you have, you can use that and tap into a skill, an opportunity already existing, so that you can also start profiting or making money for yourself, or start getting jobs for yourself, right? So actually, we have to look inside us and look for the skills and things that we can do, the solutions that can come out of us to help people solve their problems. If I can sit here and write an article for someone, it's like a problem I'm helping someone solve. So based on that, you can use that skill, that experience to find jobs online.
Okay, okay. That's I'm sure Malta would want to add something to it.
Yes, so if you listen to Sekobi, one of the things I said is you see is that in the current, just ended a conference I said the IGF actually just had.
Yeah.
One of the panelists said the future is virtual, and the future is actually now.
Yeah.
You can actually even see Kobe actually streaming into the program currently in the virtual course, whilst he's not actually physically here. Even though in this COVID pandemic times that people are actually complaining that there are no jobs available. There was even actually another panelist that estimated that we'll be having about 25 million people will be out of job by the end of this year. That's a huge number.
That's a huge margin.
Yes, so if about 25 million people, that's globally, are we out of job, what are we actually doing? But the internet space is actually too big for all of us actually in the whole world to actually be able to tap in. And the internet space actually also provides so much enormous playing field for all of us. I've seen people who actually just started by normal social media and then ended up learning how to market using online tools, which they actually didn't even know from anywhere.
Yeah.
You'll be having opportunities because of this COVID pandemic. Now people are actually skeptical about now moving around, because now I even think twice before I actually move from home to other places.
Yeah.
So I'll rather prefer things being delivered to me at home. So nowadays, you'll be having jobs opportunities at drop-off services that we probably might turn as delivery services. That'll be one of the easiest way as it is if anybody may be looking at very into the open space. There is what we call telemedicine.
Telemedicine.
Yeah, now people no longer want to be able to go to
the hospital physically.
Are there opportunities for the hospitals to be able to even tap into those kind of services? He said content writing or PR. I can actually sit in my house and actually be able to review content for people or be able to write for them. I have a friend who is a blogger. He doesn't leave his room. All he does is just to be able to write articles for other blogging partners as it is he's being able to have. And so if you look at the internet space, actually there are too many opportunities as it is. Even this COVID has actually provided for anybody that might be interested, and not only looking at the fact that he or she is actually out of job.
Okay, so what will it take? Okay, so I'll come to say a copy. What will it take for me as an individual to have a job online?
So is this for me?
Yes, that question is for you.
All right, so in terms of working online, there are two ways that you can actually start it. Either you're trying to do something for yourself, building a business for yourself online, where you might put your portfolio online, put your experience online, sort of have an online resume or an online CV. Then you leverage on social media and other promotion platforms to be able to push your experience and your skill set to businesses that might need you inside here in Ghana and even outside, right? Or you either go the freelance route, where you look for freelance websites and register there, put your portfolio there. So companies outside, entrepreneurs and businesses outside who might be looking for the sort of skill sets you have will also come look at your profile, look at your portfolio and say, looking at what you do, looking at what you've done, we can work with you. This is how much we want to offer. Then you negotiate on that, then you conclude. So there are two ways. Either you're going your own route by building your site and doing your marketing and pushing yourself out there, leveraging on social media, or you tap into any of the freelance websites out there to be able to get jobs.
Okay. Mauto, is it a situation where I'm a graduate from school, my skill set can get me employed on the internet, or I need other other skill sets to be able to be qualified?
Okay, so it's a double-edged sword for the question as it is you're asking. So it's a yes and a no. You might not entirely need your school degree in my mindset to be able to have a job online or not.
Okay.
And also, if actually the skill as it is you're looking for is not online, there are tons and tons of tutorials as it is you can actually be able to find online. I actually started as a telecom engineer.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
but I currently have skills in web development programming, which are skills actually gain online. So sometimes you have to look at your interest as it is. So you have to be able to have a passion as it is that is driving you to whatever it is you want to be able to do. If you find a passion, which is not probably a degree as it is you gain from studying from school, you can just go online. You find too much tutorials to be able to learn to gain that adequate skills to be able to apply wherever you just want to apply same.
Yeah, and then what are the avenues? Can we narrow it down? Do we have any websites or places I can go to learn some of these things? What are some of the avenues I can? I know there's Udemy,
Yeah.
but in case I don't have money, because Udemy you pay, they are not free courses, or are there free courses?
Yes, there are free courses I've run, and actually during this pandemic, most of those online institutions have actually it has zeroed most of their courses. I run the last class I actually took on Udemy was on ethical hacking, and it was actually free. Which was a course I actually took about 2 weeks ago. I saw graphic designing, I saw SEO, which is optimizing search engines and all those things. So it's just you being able to have that drive to find that, because as it is you are finding. And even if the programs are actually charged, nowadays you find courses as low as $10, which is an average of 50-60 cedis. That is a skill as it is that can actually pay you off tons of money. So one of my last students, I also volunteer at Kofi Annan, where I actually teach people how to learn web development.
Okay.
The last student actually, as I taught, when she was done with her class, her first website job actually she got was 4,000 Ghana cedis.
Oh wow!
So if you can actually pay, let's say $10 to get a skill over a month or two, and you can actually do $4,000 per website, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, that's true. Sekobi, do you want to add something to it?
Yeah, in terms of where you can get some of these skills, I think the best platform and the most available platform is YouTube. Instead of just going to watch videos of all these useless celebrities, let me put it that way, because we don't get anything from them. So to me, they are useless, right? Watching videos and wasting your data, wasting your money, you can rather invest that data into learning a skill or two that will help you also build something for yourself or make something for yourself. Most of these skills that are in demand are actually taught free on platforms like YouTube. If you watch one video and it's not enough, keep watching. Just the same way someone can go on YouTube and keep watching, videos of a musician, a whole playlist. Take your time and watch several videos about one topic so that you can get a deep understanding, try it yourself. Then from there, you can become very successful with it.
Okay. Then now I have the skill set. Now I am able to do, let's say, web development and stuff like that. Where do I go to get jobs? The internet is it's wide and it's broad. Where do I go to get my jobs?
Yes. So you first and foremost start from your cycle. If you're actually on Facebook, the first people you can actually start maybe marketing to other people on your blog or your profile. From there, you actually ask some of your friends to actually retweet. If you're on Twitter, some of the things you can see people saying that, can you kindly retweet my maybe a banner or something for my next customer might be on your timeline. They're just ways of you trying to be able to market yourself. It's just actually an avenue for you to be able to sell yourself to other people, which you might not directly be able to have contact with. But first and foremost, you have to start with the channel, either Facebook, Twitter. Instagram from where it is actually you are. You can actually go all the platforms. The wider you cast your net, the better for you.
Okay, okay. Sekobi, is there any other platform or avenue where I can get jobs?
So as you said, I think that's the very first place you should look at. You leveraging on the things you have, your digital assets, to start looking for jobs, like your social media profiles. And as I said earlier on, if you want to go further, if you want to tap into the global market, then you're looking at looking for a freelance website. Now, even with that, we have two types. We have where you can get the traditional jobs. So you'll be looking for jobs on sites like LinkedIn jobs platform, Indeed jobs, Workable. You can go there and look for jobs. Those jobs there are remote. You get them and you sit in Ghana here and you do. So you'll be working as if you're a full-time employee of a company outside, right? But you are sort of a freelancer. Or you go to the very up-level sort of freelance websites where jobs are very specific on project-based. So you get someone who just wants you to fix a very small thing, right? And some of these websites, we have freelancer.com, we have freelance.com, we have upwork.com, we have guru.com, we have fiverr.com, and a host of a lot more out there.
Yeah. What are some of the jobs there? I mean, I know about web designing. What other jobs are available?
So with in terms of this, every job that you can think of, if you decide to look for some of the traditional jobs, sort of the remote jobs, every job that you can think of, every job that you can deliver online. For example, maybe you are a painter, you might be thinking that I can't paint something for someone online, but maybe a painting company outside might need you to teach a new employee, to onboard a new employee on a new skill or how to use a particular or combine two different paints, right? So you leverage on platforms like this, streaming platforms to stream or sort of teach the person. It's also a sort of training. So regardless of whatever you do, think of it how you can deliver it digitally online. That's how I used a painter because with a painter, what they do is sort of very local. It's very difficult to pick your painting and take it outside. It can't even be possible. But you can teach the skill online. You can help someone who is an up and coming painter who wants to learn how to mix paints and things like that. There could be a painting company outside who would need someone to help them do the mixes, right? And when it comes to those professional skills like website design, I can't even add fashion because fashion is not that high level professional, right? But anything that you can deliver online, you can find all these jobs there. Sometimes you go there, somebody just wants you to upload videos for them. I've had a job where I was asked to upload over 1,000 videos for a company. This was a very established company that you even know this company, but I can't mention their name. They just want people who are somewhere else to upload content for them. So all types of jobs for all types of skill set. Some people would say that maybe they've been working in the bank for some time. How can they also go out there and get jobs? There are companies who are looking for remote accountants. There are freelance jobs out there. An entrepreneur who is working on their own, who wants someone to help them with their balance sheet, profit and loss at the end of the month and things like that. So you sit here, they'll send you all their transactions, then you enter them into either their software or their Excel sheet, then you send it to them. So I really, there's no limitation. As Steven said, the internet is broad and there are a whole lot of jobs now. You'll be amazed the kind of money people are making working online.
Yeah, I'm very interested. Can we also talk about the I don't know if you know about the YouTube, the opportunities in YouTube, like at YouTube, where they're able to sell videos and stuff like that. I want us to narrow it down to the individual avenues, okay? Then we talk about it extensively, and if somebody is there, they can pick one or two to. So what will it take for me to have a YouTube channel, and how do I monetize? How do I get money out of it?
Okay. maybe since he's the marketing expert, maybe he could add to what it is I would say, by even to add to some of the opportunities as it is you were saying. I have a friend who actually sits in Ghana here, but actually works for Twitter. And so all he does on a daily basis is to go on Twitter and see what are the problems in the course of Twitter. And he's being paid big sums of money.
Oh, wow.
Even though he's sitting in Ghana, but he's actually working for Twitter, which probably everybody might be able to know. Back to the question as it is you're asking. When it comes to the channel as it is you are talking about,
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, which is YouTube. Most of the times you are able to monetize based on certain parameters as it is the channel actually sets for you. You can choose not to monetize the channel if so wish, but if that's your intention to be able to make money, which a lot of people actually make money out of. Sometimes some of the free concerts and all those stuff as it is we watch, even though you think you're just watching the channel, but actually somebody is actually making money from. So there are two ways of actually making money from Twitter. You can use what they call the adverts, the in adverts. So whilst probably he also mentioned you can offer a training services. So maybe in your training services as it is you are offering, whilst people are watching, you can allow Twitter to be YouTube to be able to advertise whilst the training session is playing. So maybe you have a break of about 5-10 seconds. And then there's an advert actually rolls. There's also what we call the impression. So the number of people that actually click and watch your channel might also be able to generate money for you.
Yeah, I know that you would need like 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And then something watch time. I mean, I think 1,000 seconds or 1,000 minutes watch time, something like that. I'm not really sure about it. So, Kobe, can you tell us about Fiverr, where we met?
Oh, really? So
Yes.
let me talk a little bit about the YouTube one before we proceed.
Let's go to YouTube. Yeah.
I believe that YouTube is a very good opportunity for anyone out there who wants to make money, right? Or work, sort of get something for himself or herself. But what we need to find out first is, though it's free to create a channel, a lot of people have created channels that they are not able to proceed with it because they didn't plan very well, right? As Stephen was saying, he mentioned passion. That is where it starts from. Find your passion, find people who also have the same passion, right? So when you find that these people, let's say my passion is piano playing, I play guitar. I have one here right now. So maybe that's your passion. Yeah, there are a host of other people also out there who also play piano. So get close to these people, find out the problems that they have, right? If you get to know the problems they have, start creating content about the problems, like how to play this chord, how to do this, and things like that. And people will start watching. That's the only way you can build a channel that will keep bringing in money. Because a lot of people start channels because they read an article that is easy to make money on YouTube, and they started and they get stuck because they didn't have any strategy. They are not solving any problem. So if a channel is not solving a problem, it's not going to make money. Even to talk of these celebrities, they're actually solving a problem. So maybe the useless I said doesn't apply here.
Yeah.
Because if someone is bored, they go online, they go on YouTube, they watch their videos, they feel okay. So they're also solving a problem. That's how come people are always watching their videos. Now, to talk of the Fiverr, right?
Yeah, Fiverr. And then the
Okay,
freelance.
so
I mean,
Fiverr-
every freelancing sites.
Hey, every one of them, right?
You can put them together. But I mean, I met
Okay.
you at Fiverr, so
Nice.
let's talk about Fiverr more.
Okay,
Give me
so
Apple, give me Apple.
Fiverr is one of the, I think it's almost the biggest freelance sites in the world, right?
Yeah.
And they are growing because of their nature and the way the system is there. On other freelance sites, you go there, you create your profile, and you wait for entrepreneurs, business owners to come there and post their jobs. Then they will look for your profile and say that, hey, I have a job like this, and I'm looking for someone to do it. Then it's very, very traditional. It's just like the way we do businesses offline. a company will post their job in the newspaper or on their website or somewhere like that. Then consultants or agencies will start pitching for it. It's the same thing that happens on other freelance sites like Upwork.com, freelancer.com. So it makes competition very, very difficult. But on Fiverr, it's very, very different, right? You as the freelancer, you just go there and you create your profile. Then you itemize the kind of services you have or the skill sets that you have. So for instance, I can write an article, I can do drawing, I can train people and all these things. These are all different services that I can sort of itemize or productize them, right? So I can add a price to each of them. So even with article writing, I can categorize article writing into several levels to say that if I write 100 words for you, I'm going to charge you $100. If I write 5,000 words for you, I'm going to charge you maybe $1,000. That way, when entrepreneurs, business owners, and people who are looking for articles come, it makes it very, very easy for them to order. No up and down negotiation, no interviews and things like that. And it makes it very fast. So we say that I can write 100 words for you for $100. I'll finish in 7 hours. The moment they see it, it appeals to them. They click on it and they make the purchase. Then there's no communication. You can easily go ahead, submit the work. If they don't like it, they ask for a revision, and you do the revision, and the work is done. You get your money. That is how come Fiverr is growing very, very high. I know the other freelance sites are trying to pick this concept into their system, but Fiverr has been doing this for a very, very long time. So it makes freelancers like us here in Ghana and other parts of the world get that easy platform to connect with anyone, any company out there to work with, right?
Yeah.
So for instance, I've worked with companies in almost every continent in this world. You talk of Europe, Asia. I get people from India, from US, from Australia, from France, everywhere. And you'll be amazed when you go backstage to check the kind of company they are and who the CEO is. You go and check on their LinkedIn profile and realize on a very normal level, there's no way you would have gotten access to such a CEO to even talk to you, to come to Zoom, or for you to even get to do jobs for them. So in a way, that is how it's working, and it's making it very, very easy for everyone to go there right now. And top of it all, it's very free. It's free. You create your account, you put your profiles there, and you start getting offers for the jobs that you can do or for the solutions you can provide for people outside.
Okay, wow, that's very extensively knowledgeable for all of us. If you're at home and you think that I won't get any job, we are in this COVID-19 season, and this is the time for you to start check online, because there are a lot of things online that can help us. Can we talk about Facebook, how the opportunities on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter? I know you know more about Twitter and stuff like that. So can you tell us about it, Malto?
Okay, so for online businesses, almost all the channels work in the same manner, in one way or the other. Actually, even though they might have different targets, like if you go on Instagram, which is more of a picture and a video channel. If you go on a Twitter section, it's more of a very formal settings where you can actually just write things in some number of characters. Facebook, I can say, has a mixture of both sections. Yes, so for starters, if depending on what it is you want to be able to do, you can actually start from Facebook. As it is probably this, you are gaining your confidence in what it is you want to be able to do, learning on what social media trends actually works for you better. You can actually dive to Instagram, because Instagram also have ways of even how their pictures needs to be uploaded, the sizes, how they need to be able to size us. You need to be able to take a little time out of your way to be able to find. But most importantly, one of the things as it is I've always said to anybody in my cycle that's probably is seeking advice from me is that take a little time to learn how to probably brand what it is you want to be able to push out there, irrespective of the channel as it is you want to be able to do. Just spend some little amount of time to be able to make sure the artwork looks a little nicer. even if you need to pay someone to be able to do it for you better, because yes, we are in the time of virtual reality, but also I think we're also in the time of visuals. So it's
what people see that would
how
attract
pleasing,
them.
how pleasing they are to the eye, will be able to attract them, irrespective of the platform as it is. You're able to put your artwork.
Yeah. So if so, what you're trying to say is that you can sell things on those social media platforms, and you make sure that your visuals are good.
Yes.
And then maybe if I also want to be an influencer, where people can bring me products for me to sell on my platform, I need to get a lot of followers, right?
Yes, most
and
importantly.
then, so what would bring me the followers? I mean, apart from we going all naked, apart from that, what will let us get the followers?
So, so in one point where I said that one of the things as it is we need is passion. Irrespective of the passion as it is, we as individuals do have. There are tons of people as well around the world that still have that passion. Start with what it is you think you love to do that you don't get tired of.
Okay.
If I want to make a critical example of one Mensa on, she's one of the top the TikTok users currently who have so many. I've forgotten the first, but I remember the Mensa part of.
Let's do the Mensa, because if you mention the full name, I'm doing free adverts for her.
So let's keep it that way.
Yes.
Like the Mensa part, you see that she picked a humor aspect of whatever it is she loves to do.
Yeah.
And she did that
so
effortlessly.
Yeah.
And you realize that she ended up getting more followers because day in, day out, whatever she's putting out there is refreshing for people. It's not just one way. Because she comes out daily with different ways of what it is that's the talk of the data or whatever that it is happening. So one of the main things as it is you want to do is that you want to find something that people can actually align with easily.
Okay.
By so doing, based on that interest, you see that people will gradually be able to follow. It may not take one day, but it's actually a process.
Yeah.
Based on the interest as it is you're going, and some of the shares as it is, you encourage people to be able to share a channel. Over a period of time, your channel would grow.
Okay, so let's say this Mensa girl does comedy, acting, and it's drawing people to her channel. Okay. Sir Kobe, do you have anything to add? What on these platforms, how can I make some money? On Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, then we have Snapchat, we have TikTok, we have all those social media platforms.
I think Stephen has said everything. What I always tell people is don't just follow what people are doing, because I, for one, there's no way I can create a video and be imitating people, be creating fun things like that. No. I'm a serious-minded person. I'm all about business, right? And so what I say is, if you're going to go on these platforms, find which of the platform that you're very comfortable with, right, in the first place, then solve problems there. Whatever you're doing, make sure you solve problems. Don't just go and chase followers, chase likes, right? Solve problems. Even if you're going to get just 2 people, then you're going to help them with a problem that they have. That is it. What we need to know is these social media platforms were not created for us to find jobs or find clients, right? It was created for connections. So as you're connecting with people, get close to them, get to find out what they are going through and how you can help them by way of creating more content. You're creating more content about what you do, you're making it fun for people to read and engage with, then you're letting people know that from what you do, from your content, if they have any problem, they should contact you. You can help them with it. By way of doing that, gradually, you'll be able to get there.
Okay. Sir Kobe, I mean, this is a quick question. Annually, no, not annually, how much can I earn monthly? Averagely, how much can I earn on the internet? Averagely, I mean, talking about the opportunities that averagely, I mean, in a range, so that people out there will know that it's serious business. It's not, people are really making it big on the internet.
So if you're here in Ghana, I would say you can make more than your your salary.
That's smart answer.
That's how I put
So
it.
mention amount. Mention amount.
It will be very
You want-
difficult. It will be very
What if
difficult
I'm
to mention
unemployed
amount,
and I
right?
don't have any monthly salary? Then
Let me explain something. The reason is that when you want to work online, it's not that you're going to have an employer who will be chasing you, come to work, do this work and following you, things like that. When you want to work online, you are picking the mindset of a business person, a business owner. So if you don't wake up in the morning to check your account, you're not going to make the money. It's not guaranteed that every month this is how much you're going to make. Even if a company employs you online to work from home as a remote employee, if you don't deliver the work, you're not going to get paid. It's all about results. So you have to wake up in the morning and get to work. But if you put in the work, you're going to make more than you're currently making. If you are unemployed, I have some students in my training course, more than 30 of them. Most of them have done very, very well. In less than 3 months, some of them have earned more than I think 10,000 cedis to almost 20,000. Ghanaian students, University of Ghana students, doing very, very well. But you have to wake up and get to work.
yeah.
No, we here in Ghana, we know that if I feel like not going to work today, I have to send an SMS to my boss. And maybe I'll be allowed, right? If you send an SMS to someone that, hey, I can't do your work today, I'll deliver it next week, they might agree. But it can't keep happening, right? For the first time, they'll say, okay, the more you're delaying them, the more their money is also being delayed, because they need your solution, your work, to also go and chase their business or chase their money. So you have to get to work to make the money. But no matter what level you are, if you start, you're going to make more than you're currently making. If you're not making money at all, that means you're going to make your first dollar.
So why are people not taking advantage of this, the online jobs? Why?
I also believe that even though there are a lot of opportunities, people still do not know you can actually make money out of them. So I think we still need more sanitization of the public or users of those platforms. Basically, people just think that we are only using those platforms to be able to connect with friends, but actually it goes beyond just connecting between you from, which actually can actually make money from. So in one way or the other, you might think you are playing, but you can actually make money out of what it is you are playing with.
Sir Kobe, don't you think that people are scared? I mean, in one way or the other, was it 2018 or 2017? This thing came where watch videos and earn money. People followed. There was one that said, I forgot it, but there were a lot of online jobs that at the end of the day, it didn't land anywhere, and then people became scared to venture on the internet. What do you have to say about that?
Oh, okay, I think you are talking more of online business. It's different from online jobs. So if it's online business, then you're talking about maybe forex trading, affiliate marketing, do maybe copy and paste before you get something, you invest money before you also get something. That is very different from online jobs.
Wow,
Online jobs,
I didn't know that.
yes.
Okay.
So we have online business and we have online jobs. With online jobs, you have nothing to lose. It's like you're going to work. When you get a job today, you'll be paid at the end of the month. You're not going to be paid on the very first day that you got the job. So you're going to work the first 30 days for the month to end before you get paid. Same thing when you go online, it's free. Somebody decided, okay, I can use your services, I can use your skill set. Come and do this logo for me. You're only going to be paid after you've done the logo, right? It's different from putting money and do this, and you make this at the end of the day. I used to be part of those things about 12 years ago, but I realized that it's not sustainable, it's not real. So I went far away from it.
Can you tell
But
us?
the reason
Can you tell us your experience with online businesses, so that the people out there will really know the difference? Of course, now we know, but share your story, because me too, I have stories.
So when I completed University of Ghana and after my national service, I started this online business that was sort of investment. You invest $10, and at the end of 14 days, you make $12.
Yes.
So it was like $2 on a daily basis. It started very, very well. I was able to recruit a lot of people to join me, and when more people were joining, I was making more money, and I was putting in more money. But I think after a year or so, we started hearing bad stories, and we don't know what happened. The business just went away. I've also tried doing forex trading where you trade on the stock market and things like that. It's very, very risky. You need lots of money to start. And most people are being convinced to join because it looks so easy to make lots of cash. And of course, it's easy, but you need to be an expert before you do that. So personally with me, those are the two typical online business that I tried that I didn't do well. So I decided to go the other way around where if I'm going to do affiliate marketing, if I'm going to do blogging, I have to master the skill set before. Those are also online businesses, right? But those ones I'm going to be seen as the business owner. So I'm going to do that investment myself. I own everything. I'm not depending on someone who has set up a system somewhere and is going to tell me that he's going to pay me this at the end of the month. If I set up a blog, if I create a YouTube channel, it's a business. And as a matter of fact, that is one of the most lucrative businesses online.
Yeah.
Having a YouTube channel. If you can have a YouTube channel and create about a single video every day and get close to 10,000 people to watch it every month, you'll be sitting at home and be earning more than 50,000 cedis every single month, right?
Yeah.
With that one, you are in control. No one is telling you that, okay, bring in this money and we are going to give you this percentage, right? That is what people should shy away from. Business opportunities or jobs or whatever it is that is promising you a percentage, right? It's somehow linked to pyramid schemes and MLMs and things like that. But I always say that leverage on your skill set, leverage on your experience, and you find a way to make a living on the internet.
Okay. Malto, do you have any bad experience?
No, not.
You don't have any?
No.
Really?
Not personally, I do not.
Do you know anybody who had have a bad experience?
I think they are similar to what it is as it is. So he said it all and he's explained it in plain English.
Yeah. Yeah, similar. So please, there's a difference between online business and online jobs. Please be very careful. Be very careful. Okay, so we have some comments coming in, so I'll just read them out loud now, and then okay. So if you're out there and you have comments, please do share them. Okay, if you have questions, if you have comments, you have reactions, you have a story about getting into an online business that flopped, please do share. Okay, so we have Joyce Asantua Mafo says, it's the mindset too, my dear. Ghanaians see online jobs as evil. That's a wrong mindset. Harmony McAsman said the issue about interest has to do with the Ghanaian mindset about internet business. People think working online for clients outside of the country must be sakawa. They just can't believe the business, they just can't believe it is real. Then Joyce Asantua comes say, I tried getting a brother outside Ghana to get a copy to train him, and he wouldn't listen to me because of men's gold. Imagine. they won't even listen to me for explanation. Oh, that's the problem. And it's so true. It's so true. It's like a lot of people have had bad experiences. I have had bad experiences. I even chased people to join the scheme, and they started paying at a point. And at a point when you're getting no one coming in, then it becomes a problem. And Ghanaians have become very skeptical about online jobs because of the bad experiences they've had in the online business. So they think that Now everything online is off limits. But today we are here and we are talking about online jobs. They won't ask you for money. They won't ask you to register with your with money. They'll just ask you to register, put in your skill set. What can you do? What is available for you to do? Then they'll get you jobs. You know. My next question: what are the disadvantages? I mean, we are talking about online business right now. What are some of the disadvantages when it comes to online jobs?
Okay, so if you get to have a channel that is so busy or watch, that will mean that every day or every other day you would have to put something out for them.
And
So
you have to be consistent.
So the consistency sometimes, that's why in my earlier submission, one of the things I say is that you need to find a passion. As long as it's a passion that is driving you, you might not get tired out of it. But if it's not passion driven, that's when you might face the challenges, because it can actually be demanding. That means that every other day you have to make videos, you have to edit them, you have to make sure like they are fine. You have to, before you be able to put it out there. Depending on the locality as it is you have, you need to be able to have stable internet to be able to do all those things as it is you want to be able to do. But even though you might be asking about the disadvantages, I would say that most of the times the advantage actually would
outweighs the
disadvantages.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, Kobe, do you want to add to it? What are some of the disadvantages with online jobs?
So if you are sticking to jobs, then it's not different from working locally, like getting a job.
Okay.
The same disadvantage is the same thing, right? You have to wake up in the morning and go to work. You're going to have a very bad boss most of the time. You're going to have some complex jobs. You have to work sometimes late into the night. Those are the same thing. It's not different from working offline, just that this time around it's online. So if I get a job to maybe build a website or write a book for someone or a company outside, maybe the delivery date is very short, right? Maybe I have 3 days to deliver over 50,000 words. So it means I have to stay in the night and work, right? And if it's online and if it's a business and I'm doing it for myself, it's very flexible for me based on the goals that I have. But if it's a job, those are some of the disadvantages. It's very similar to getting a job here in Ghana and waking up in the morning and going. Sometimes I have to wake up around 3 a.m. because a client wants to have a Zoom call with me because we are on a different time zone. These are all some of the disadvantages. And sometimes you finish the work, the client will say it's not done. I don't like it, do it again. You can keep doing it until they get satisfied. So just imagine getting employed or getting a job in Ghana, right? By this time, you're sitting at home and executing the job. If you can understand that very well, then you pick that same concept and place a global company somewhere in the space, and you see that you are here in Ghana, you are working for a global company. But let's talk about the advantages rather.
Oh, but throughout you've been talking about the advantages. So I mean, we should tell people that it's not all rosy. Well, you need to invest time.
Yeah.
You need to invest a lot. I mean, build up on knowledge. There are some, as Kobe said, there are some complex jobs that you need to stop what you are doing, go and research, and then gather more information so that you can be able to execute the work very well. And then, of course, we have clients, bad clients. Some clients can never be satisfied. In such a situation, what do you do, Sir Kobe?
Well, the systems or the websites most of the time support some of these things. So if you report, so I remember a typical situation I had 2 months ago. I was building a website for I think a human resource company in Malaysia. It wasn't just a website, it was an online learning system, right? So I had gone through with the front end, the back end. My team started uploading the videos. Everything was almost ready, and this guy said they are going on a break. They will be back in November, so they can't pay me now. So, well, I don't care. I finished my job. I need my money. And it became a problem. And he said, okay, then I'm going to cancel the order. So the moment they cancel it, you're going to lose everything, right?
Yeah.
Every work that you've done. And it was very unfortunate for me because I did it on their server. So as I was chatting them, I quickly sent a message to the Fiverr support that this is what has happened. I sent them enough evidence. Then within 30 minutes, the money, everything came into my account.
Okay.
And they sent a message to them that anytime they are ready to come online, I will be available to help them. If I'm not available to help them, they will deduct it from my money for them and they get their money back, right? So most of these websites provide that kind of security for us, but it's always not enough, right? People always get to go around it. You can never be safe. You can never be safe when it comes to online, some of these online things. But I always say that it's the same thing as working here in Ghana or working with a local company or getting a job with a boss. You are never safe.
Yeah.
You can find it. You can meet a boss who hates you, right?
Yeah.
There's a lady in the office that you like, and the boss also likes that same lady. It can create a problem for you.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
All these things happen all the time, right?
Malto says that is true. He's had an experience.
I'm sure he's experienced something like that before.
Okay, so Malto, when it comes to the youth IGF that you are doing, so what are you doing to put it out there that a lot of youth coming up, or even those who are saying they are unemployed, what opportunities or what are you doing to tell people out there?
Yes, so we currently have a Telegram channel. That's Ghana Youth IGF. We've also hosted.
Oh, then let me join.
Yeah, we'll give you the list. So just get Ghana Youth IGF. Instead, the channel on Twitter. Sorry, on Telegram. You'll find them. Even if you can find us on Twitter as Ghana Youth IGF, you can join us. We try to post as many opportunities as it is we find on the other job opportunities. Even some of the training courses as it is you said. If you go on our Twitter handles, we actually put, I think once a week, if there's a free training as it is we find on either Udemy, EDX or any of those places, we actually posted there for the youth to be able to learn on the go. Like I'm saying, so one of the things as it is we did was to have a conference that just happened on the 17th of this month.
Via Zoom or?
Yes, so it was actually a virtual conference. So that's
how many people attended?
For the youth section, we had almost close to 100 people that stayed online for
the whole of Ghana. Just 100 people.
Yes, and that's not. I won't say Ghana. I would say it was a global invitation. Which one of the things I said is we said, but the beautiful thing was that we had an average of about 80 people that stayed over 2 hours online to just listen to some of the resources that were happening. I'm saying up to about 100 because that was the channel I was monitoring at that particular moment. The entire statistics are not actually out yet because even though we're actually streaming on Zoom, they were actually broadcasted to other Facebook and all those channels as well to be able to extend the coverage area. So I'll be able to say, sitting here right now, to say that it was only an average.
Zoom it was 100 people.
As it is, we had the conference. So we try to be able to spread as much as opportunities, not just educating people or encouraging the youth to be part of policy decision taking, but also to be able to share the opportunities when we actually see them.
Okay, so Kobe, what are you doing to let people know what is going on online? I mean, the opportunities that are available.
Okay, so let me share my experience.
Share it.
For the past, I think 6 months, I've been making a lot of noise about, especially Fiverr, about how people can work online and things like that. But I've had a very bad experience promoting it here in Ghana. People are messaging me, calling me a scam, that I'm out there taking people's money and a whole lot of things, right? But I did a test to try it outside Ghana, and the response was very positive. I'm getting a lot of people outside Ghana more interested and more genuine than Ghanaians, and so it's making it very difficult to keep pushing it here in Ghana to help people, right? Because even when people get to know about it, they are not going to put in the work, and at the end of the day, they are going to say that it's not working. But if students who are in level 200, level 300 are making lots of money on a daily basis, then every person can be part. So in Ghana, I think I've been on hold for some time now. I'm not pushing it. I think from last month coming, I've not been able to push it because the zeal has actually come down. Right?
Please don't give
So
up.
I don't know.
Ghanaians. Please.
It's some way.
Yeah,
it's
I
some way.
understand.
It's some way. Really.
Okay, so
Maybe
yeah.
he has the platform already, so we can have a lot of conferences to let people know about such opportunities online. But then whoever is teaching you or letting you know that these opportunities are online doesn't mean that he's the one going to hold your hand to do it. This is like do it yourself something. You have to wake up in the morning and put in the work.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. So our time is almost up. I'm really enjoying the conversation. Please, what are our last words? I mean, I'll start with Mauto.
Yeah, so one of the things I'll say is that the internet space is too big for all of us.
Yeah.
One of the things I said, find what it is you want to be able to do. It should be passion driven. Sometimes it does not matter what it is your other friend is doing. Just make sure you have the originality of what it is you want to be able to do. And one of the things I remember saying at one of the conferences was that even before the Facebooks or the WhatsApp came, we had High Five, we had MySpace, we had Hot. But because Facebook and all those guys came up with something that was more innovative and tended to certain people, they tended to be able to shut all the other guys up. So look at what the trends are that is happening. Find a problem you want to be able to solve. Be passionate about it, and let it be original.
Okay, Sekobi.
I think it's actually
Please, your last words.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
I'm saying that it actually depends on us. If you want to change the situation around us, then we have to wake up and get to work, right? And we don't have to sit down for, let's say, for us to get a job, for someone to call us, for, let's say, COVID to end. Even in the midst of COVID, people are making it, people are working online. So it's up to us to get up. If you realize you don't have in-demand skill set that companies or people outside would need, this is the time. Start learning it. Go on YouTube, look for some of these skills and start learning them, right? So that you can make something for yourself. The time is now. In times like this, you should actually take advantage of it, learn new skills, work online, and also be profitable.
It has been very knowledgeable today. I love the swell of knowledge coming in right now. I would really love an online job. I like the dollars, no. You know, so that's one advantage I like about online jobs, the dollars. So thank you very much for joining us today. Today it's Mauto and Sekobi, and we spoke about the job opportunities online for us. Thank you, Facebook, our Facebookers, for joining in. Thank you for your comments. Joyce, Harmony, and then Asanzwa, thank you so much for your comments and your reactions and all that, and for sharing. Thank you so much. Of course, my makeup and my dress is by Thick Petite, and then makeup is by Reggie Glam and Glow. She's on Instagram as Reggie's Glow, and then she's on Instagram as Thick Petite, and she's on Instagram at Nana Owuswa. So please just talk to her. There are discounts available for if you want your own customized dress. Go on my Instagram. You can see the full profile on my Instagram at Nana Amai Champon. Thank you very much for watching. Let's talk on Ec12one. Till next week is bye for now. Get an online job and get the dollars coming in. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mauto.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sekobi.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
Thank you.